LinkedIn DMs are actually super easy, but I don't know why people overthinking it. Uh, so after sending thousands of DMs, running hundreds of campaigns for me and for my clients, I can see that the problem is not about DMs. It's not about the part of execution. The workflow, sending DMs, follow-ups, how to handle objections, meetings, and all that stuff that you know. That's actually just a piece of the full picture, and most people focusing on that small piece, and that's why they actually struggling to book meetings and convert clients. So from my own experience, the problem is how people approaching DMs. So it's actually a mindset problem, not an execution problem. Most people see DMs as messages and that's it. And that's exactly the problem, because DMs is something bigger than sending a message. And today I'm going to go through 10 you can say mindset rules or rules to apply in your DMs to actually convert people. And the first one I'm going to start with, which is DMs are not the problem. The person you're targeting is. So I see a lot of people sending tons of DMs. Everything is great, but the conversion rate is so low, or rarely booking meetings. And the problem is with the person you're targeting. So for example, let's say that you have a great offer, we have everything is great, but the person you are talking to is not interested on your offer. Simply, he's going to ignore you, or even if you convert him into a sales call, your closing rate going to be so low. That's the first problem, or the first thing to fix, which is know who you know exactly your ICP. Okay. The second one, which is don't send a DM before building familiarity. I see a lot of people, especially on LinkedIn, once they connect with someone, they immediately send a message or a pitch. And that's the wrong way to do it. First of all, you need to build, you need to warm it up those guys. And how to do that? Check their profiles, comment, likes, and by the way, from our data, once you get that connection, or once you get accepted, wait for 2 to 3 days, at least 3 days before sending the first message. So let's repeat it again. Don't send a message right after you get accepted. Wait for 3 days, connect, engage with them, let them see your face multiple times before jumping to the DMs. The third point, which is personalization, is not seen as your profile. I'm receiving this kind of DMs all the day. I saw your posts, I noticed that you are doing this, I visited your your website. Yeah, this kind of stuff are working, but not in 2025. Right now, that fake personalization is the worst thing to do. Avoid it. Actually, be clear, be direct, say something simple, start a conversation like you are doing with a friend, but never do a fake personalization. A fake personalization is the worst thing that's happening right now. And there is even worse. I see a lot of people using AI, using Clay, using some tools to come up with what they think is a great personalization, and that's garbage, because everyone is actually doing it. So avoid that. The fourth point, which is DMs don't sell. They start conversation. When you approach DMs to close deals, that's the wrong way to do it. Actually, DMs is to sell the meeting, not the offer. I'm going to repeat it again. To sell the meeting, not the offer. So your goal, or the main goal in your DMs, should be to start a conversation, build trust, and position yourself as the problem solver. So once you ask them for a 20-minute call or a 10-minute call, he's going to say yes. So the idea here is just to sell the meeting, not the offer. The next point, which is following up without value, is a waste of time. So you send a message, maybe you get a reply or not, but after a few days you want to follow up. So just say, if I see this kind of follow-ups all the time, I'm just following up, just checking. This kind of follow-ups might work, but from my own opinion, you should follow up with a value, with a question. For example, if someone ghosts you for a few days, don't just say checking out. I'm just checking in. For example, send them a document, send them a short video, send them something really have value. When they check it, going to give you're going to turn them from that cold path to the warm path again. The next point, which is faster plays close warm conversation. So I did this mistake in the past when I was doing cold emails, same in cold DMs. When I got positive replies, but I didn't reply immediately. I actually, after 24 hours, for sometimes even after 2 days. That's bad. You actually need to be always ready. Once you get a reply, immediately go after it, immediately respond. This is so important because you need to keep people in that warm path. The next one, which is wrong tone kill even a good message. I did this mistake too. So when you're speaking to a founder, an executive, a CEO, they want you to be on point. So actually, I'm talking to a founder with a lot of noise in his head, like I'm talking to my friend who understands everything about my stuff. And that's actually the problem. You need to talk the language of your prospect, not the language you think it's going to work. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is if you don't track, you're not doing outreach. If you are sending thousands of DMs, thousands of cold emails, whatever it is, and you're not tracking your data, you're actually wasting your time. The best guys in this stuff in outbound, they are tracking every DM. So if you have campaigns, you should have a CRM or a Notion database or something like that to track everything. Once you finish your, for example, a campaign or something like that, you need to go and check your data and analyze everything. So you're going to know what's working and what's not. Because to be honest, there is no right or wrong on this on this stuff. You need to see what's working and double on it, and what's not working and avoid it. What's working for me might not working for you. And the last point, which is test everything. Don't do the same stuff every week, every month. That's completely wrong. You actually need to stay up to date. Follow your competitors, follow people online and see what's new, what's going on in this industry, what's the new tools that coming up to the market. You need to be sharp and stay up to date. Those are the 10 points I want to explain in this video, and this is a bonus. I was sending a lot of DMs and only focusing on text messages. But when I switch it to sending long videos, sometimes even a voice message, I see that the conversion rate changed. So my bonus here is, instead of using only text messages, why not using long videos or voice messages, going to give you an edge of your competitors. Okay, that's it for today's video. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm sharing weekly insights about outbound, LinkedIn content, and bunch of stuff that I'm sure you're going to benefit from. And you can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm sharing daily value there. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.